Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sister, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. So basically, I cannot show you how to run it because you don't have even proposal yet, yeah? Then I need to tell you the data that you show me through Excel sheet it's just like still not been manageable tidily, right? I mean, like, the real data, like an example, look at here. Okay, first of all, you should write, okay, in SPSS. You open your SPSS and then you turn to variable view. Can you see here we have data view and variable view? Okay, you key in the data that you get from your Google form, Excel form. You key in, okay, one by one in the SPSS, because when you design your G form, what I see is that you design something that if your Excel is really come from the G form, probably the way you design the question makes the Excel which produced from the G form become like one column for all answers. Did you see the answer for happiness? Right? In one line, it's like one line. And supposedly, okay, you should answer it, you should manage it one by one. So as the solution, the simple solution, you just re-key in SPSS one by one. This is the example that I can show you. You just key in the first question, second question, third question, fourth question until the salary question, and then after the salary question, just start key in the question of the happiness. Okay, if you have how many question? If you have more than 10 question, just key in first question, second question, third question of the happiness, up to you. Okay, you need to key in one by one the question. It's not that every question and then you just key in one column and then you just put answer. No. Okay. What I mean is one question you key in one by one like this. Okay. Simple like that. Key in the question in variable view. And then you need to set either your answer will be in quantitative or qualitative. For you want to find the relationship, I recommend you to be quantitative, because when your data want to measure, it will be easy later. So how to make your data become quantitative? Like an example, just write here all numeric, okay? Because you're going to put an example, do you agree that life can make you happy? So you will rate it like an example, the first one, yes, I agree. The second one, I don't agree. Understand? So where should you put that? You will be putting that in the value. Okay, 1 refer to what, 2 refer to what, 3 refer to what, like this. An example, okay, age 1 refer to group age 18 to 21, 2 refer to group age 22 to 25, 3 refer to, you need to key in one by one. Okay, why? I'll tell you later, but just complete this. The first step is to key in all your question. Okay, your question, your correlation. There will be two variables, right? So first variables, just key in all question, and then second variables probably will be the question for happiness, right? You just key in all question here, and then change it to numeric, and then values, you need to standardize it. Okay, you cannot put values like, in example, age, you put values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until what? It will be hard. So you need to group it, right? So you write value 1 refer to age group 18 to 21. Same goes to, in example, question of happiness. Here, question back depression inventory. So the value here you can see start from 0, 0 refer to what? 0 maybe refer to feel nothing, and then the first one a little bit, and then the third one, the number 3 refer to feel what, right? Happiness. There must be a rate. You know what I mean? The scales. Okay, so here is the one that you should key in the scale number. Number 1 refer to what? Maybe in example, do you like fruit? Value 1 refer to yes. Value 2 refer to no. Right? Value 0 refer to neutral in example. So you need to standardize the answer, the scale first. You need to key in this all. And then in missing, make sure all is none, none, none. Column 8. And measure, ordinal. Usually we put ordinal. But it depends also on what type of question you want to measure. So the first step again is to understand how you want to key in the question. Just key in right question. After you key in the question, you need to key in the answer. So how you would like to key in the answer is that you open the data view. Open the data view. Before you open the variable view to key in your question, now you open the data view. When you open the data view, all the question, okay, from the variable view, it will appear here. See, age, gender, it will appear above. And when you open data view, okay, this question will be like this. It will be automatically. Variable view, question will be like this. You key in the question. And then data view, it will sort the questions above here. Okay. So what you should key in here is the answer. Okay. That's the reason why I tell you you need to key in the value, because in data view here, you only have to key in numbers. So age number 1 refer to what group, age number 2 refer to what group. Understand? Can you compare it here? Look at here. Age number 1 refer to group 18 to 21 years old. Same goes to gender. Gender number 1 means what? Female or male. That's also how you put the value for your answer, right? See, BDI, back depression inventory, loss of what? Pleasure, maybe past failure. So number 2 refer to what? Maybe refer to yes or no, or agree or disagree. So these all things, how you sort the answer, you just sort one time in value. Let's say number 1 refer to yes, number 2 refer to no, also can be like that. Okay, so when you key in the answer, you just need to key in the number. Okay, clear? Again, when you key in the answer, you just need to click data view and then just key in the answer. Okay, the answer of happiness. And after you key in the answer, okay, after you key in the answer, you have key in the question, you have key in the answer. You want to measure happiness, right? So you must sum up all the total of calculation. How I want to say? You must sum up all the values of the answer from your respondent. Like an example, question number 1 BDI, back depression anxiety, or question number 1 happiness. What she answer? Maybe she answer number 1. Okay, question number 2 of happiness, what she answer? Maybe she answer number 2. So after you finish type all of your question here, there must be at the last, okay, end of this all, you must put the total what value of happiness. Okay, so how to calculate it? You just calculate it at one by one, okay, to sum all the happiness question. Okay, in example, happiness question number 1, happiness question number 2, happiness question number 10. You need to sum up all the question answer. Okay, if in case number 1, happiness question number 1, she answer number 1. So you sum up number 1. And then now question number 2, she answer number 1 also. So just sum up the mark 1 plus 1, 2. I get my point. So in conclusion, for this part, first you open the variable view to put your questions, and then second you open your data view to key in all the answers. If you do not know, like an example, your happiness question, agree, disagree, I feel a bit, or I feel don't bit, an example like that, how to key in the number, you can Google the scale of happiness, what, okay? That's simple. So in Google there are a lot, you can see, depends on the instrument that you use. The scale you can find in Google. Depends, you are using happiness questions, right? So find it out. 1 refer to what question, 2 refer to what question. This mark you need to sum up, and then you put one question here, total mark or total value of happiness, an example like that. And then you just key in the total value per respondents. An example, respondent 1, total back depression inventory, let's say maybe 20. So write down 20, okay? Where we get the total value of the variable is the happiness, and also this one, by sum up the mark of the answer. I hope you understand. And then once you're done, this is very important, okay? Because if you don't sum up, then how you want to run the to find the relationship? So you need to sum up first the question and answer. You need to thoroughly insert in SPSS, and then you need to find out, okay? You need to find out how to get the total value of happiness. When you get total value of happiness, then it will be easy. So you get the salary, and then you get the total value of happiness. Now these two things is the thing that you will run, okay, to find the correlation. Okay, do you clear now? It's easy. The first one, you already get the salary. We just need to classifying it into first category will be the salary maybe below 1,000, and then second around 2,000, and then number 3 the category will be like 4,000 and above. It's up to you how you want to categorizing it, okay? And then you get the total value of happiness. Again, how to find the total value of happiness? By summing up the mark of answer for each question, okay, that respondent answer. Let's say lah, in example, I want to measure your age and your happiness. So let's say my happiness will be having 3 questions. The first one, do you have partner? The second one, do you have cat? The third one, do you have parents? So you got my point. The first one, your age, that is another variable. But the question for your happiness, let's say I want to measure only 3 based on your, do you have couple or not, do you have cat or not, do you have parents or not. So it will be the first question. Let's say you say yes, I have a couple. So the answer, the mark will be number 1. 1 means yes, 2 means no, right? Okay, do you have cat? And then you also answer yes, then the mark will be 1. Okay, and then the third one, it will be I'm asking you, do you have parents? Then you also answer yes. So how much the total mark for happiness that I want to evaluate you based on these 3 questions? 1, 2, 3. You got my point? So the total mark will be 3, and this total mark is the one that is most important. So when I get the total mark here, number 3, I can simply compare it with your age. Okay, let's say I categorize your age. Your age is 18 to 24. Maybe below 19, I categorize number 1. And 18 to 24, I categorize number 2. So your age will be number 2, right? So your age will be number 2. The score of your age will be number 2. And the score of your happiness will be number 3. So 2 and 3. I want to run to find the correlation. How? Simple. You just open, first of all, you need to choose. Either you want to run by using Spearman, Kendall, or Pearson. Okay? What's the difference? Spearman, when you have two measurement variables, one hidden nominal variable and another one is like both of the variable consists of rank. In example, this one is suitable with the mark. Like let's say your height, you want to measure someone's height and someone's weight. So you can use this Spearman. And Kendall or correlation coefficient is like something that you want to measure relationship between two variables, but the distribution will be free. So how? The key is very simple because it's required two variables, x and y, that are paired observation. But both variables are provided should be at least ordinal. Usually when I complete my FYP, final project, we will choose either to run it using, I'll choose either using Pearson or Spearman. Why? Because this is easier one. Another one is that you want to reduce the error. So if you're using the hard one but you don't know well how to run it, it will be trouble. So just run your data using Spearman or Pearson. I highly recommend you to use Pearson if you are using to not compare, to relate between each other, because based on your question, I think it's much suitable to use Spearman or Pearson. And then here I'll let explain to you the comparison between Spearman, Pearson, and Kendall. Okay, how to run this is very important. Okay, first of all, you need to ensure your data is interval ratio, ordinal, or how. This is very simple. Okay, you can relate to the hypothesis. That's why proposal is very important. If you don't create a proposal, then how you want to determine how will result be received from your project. Let's say here the hypothesis. If your hypothesis that you aim in your project is there any, in example, increment in salary, okay, there will be more depressed, or there will be more anxiety scale, let's say like that. So it will be Pearson. Is there any what relationship between x and y? But usually the hypothesis also will be like this. Like an example, is there any relationship between salary and happiness? If your hypothesis is like this, then probably you will choose to run your data by using Pearson. But if your hypothesis is like when x is higher, then y also is higher, you just want to see one type of movement, you already aim to see it. That's how, if you want to use Spearman, usually you know and you expect to see it. Like let's say if the salary is higher, someone will be more naughty. So you expect to use Spearman. Okay, but for Kendall is like pretty direct answer in running the data. Like let's say you just want to know if it has positive or negative relationship. Positive means when something is coming up, the other part also will be coming up. Or when something is going down, the other part also will decrease. So positive means same way, okay, same movement, either both higher or both low. Okay, then we will choose Kendall. Okay, but it also will be used if you want to know either one is lower and then another one will be higher, or how. So you just want to understand it has positive or negative relationship, then better use better use Kendall. So this is the practice I usually give. Let's say if you want to run, first I already teach you variable view if you want to put the question. Okay, and then you open the data view if you want to put the answer. Number one, what, right? Here is the value that I teach you what you should do here. You should key in, let's say group number 1, the age refer to what? Or value number 1 for happiness refer to what? Depressed or not, right? How you want to know the scale or the value? You can search in Google value for what, and then mention your you can write in Google scale of, and then write the name of your questions inventory. So how to run? I already tell you how to choose which one, Spearman, Pearson or Kendall. You just simply after you have all the data lah, you just simply click the analyze. Okay, click the analyze, and then you can run the data. When you run the data, okay, you will run the data only between two variables lah. What you want, let's say you want to see the income, then run the data. Let's say the income question will be like this, right? Let's say here I want to analyze between gender and total back depression inventory. So I will take analyze and I will choose correlate, and then usually I think we choose by rate. Okay, correlate by rate, and then click question gender and the total of BDI, or for you the total of happiness. Simple like that. And then here when you get the answer, it will be like this, right? So how to read this? How to interpret? How to interpret correlation, Spearman? It's quite a lot for me to explain, but I think I will give you this and you just read this up, okay? Because this all thing actually is written by me myself. Okay, this package is made by me. I'm not sure how I did it because it's a long time ago. If you want this, then I can give you. But what I can say is that first, you need to ensure that you know how to key in Spss as well. Second is that just determine first either your data is parametric or non-parametric. Why? Because this is very important. And then correlation coefficient. What does it mean, correlation coefficient? It's just same meaning to relationship or relation. And correlation has nothing related with causal effect or impact. So in your thesis, in your project, proposal project or report project or whatever, if you are finding the relationship and correlation, don't put causal or effect word. Then how you want to get a good mark? Because this is two different thing. Causal effect is the differences, or is the like a research based on experiment, but correlation and relationship is another part of scientific research. And value that you get, it will determine the strength of correlation in any test. P-value described by using 0.05. Let's say p-value is bigger than 0.05 means there is no significant relationship because the p-value is bigger. But in case if the p-value is below than 0.05, let's say 0.03 is lower, so it means there probably has a significant relationship in the research between what? Between income and happiness. You should understand this. And then key in the data in Spss thoroughly. Manage the variable set, and then data view. Things to care in variable sets most is the name, type, labels, decimals, values. See, I put everything here. What you need is just your concern, you know. If you are careless, then you probably will give something like error in your project. And then you also need to write all the data information correctly. Use numbers only for numerical setting or string for mix. Like let's say for name, right? Name, how you want to put the number. So you just put the, if name you put the string. Just change where to change here. We can choose numeric or string. So if you put the question as name, you just change here as string. I sum up here already. And then when we manage the variable set, write all item and questions. Done. Use number for numeric setting, string for mix, or have alphabetical letter symbol. And then run by clicking the analyze button and then choose correlate, choose Pearson or Spearman. If you want to choose bivrate or partial, I think usually bivrate, but it depends also. If you think you can get partial, but still I think maybe bivrate. You can confirm with your friend. Please read the result clearly. What is correlation coefficient symbol? What is significant rule? This one I just want you to understand. And then LR. What is LR? LR means literature review. The past research that you review should be in line with the topic and data analysis. You are reviewing about your research. Your research is about relationship and it's about the correlation. So what is the LR about? What is the literature review about? It must be about relationship or correlation. But in case you are doing relationship and correlation, but you are reviewing the result of causal effect and impact, so this will be totally wrong for me. Why? Because causal effect is another thing. Relationship is another thing. Relationship and correlation is just like you want to see if something is like this, does it correlate or not? Like let's say if I become beautiful, you become beautiful or not. Okay? But causal and effect, it's like because I'm beautiful, you're jealous and then you make yourself beautiful. So this thing needs experiment. So if you are making research on relationship or correlation, find the literature review that has the hypothesis on relationship significantly relationship has significantly statistically significant, or maybe correlate significantly, something like that. But in case you are reviewing the causal impact, then if your project get deduction in your mark, then you should understand where's you're wrong. LR notes past result from previous study codes, IV and DV. LR must tell significant or not. Table of SPSS should be read systematically. What I mean here is that you need to ensure every of the answer that you key in is correct. Okay, and then table of SPSS also is arranged differently between Pearson and Spearman. get to know about this. And one tail is about what? Two tail is about what? You should understand this too. And then table of SPSS should count the similar number of participants. N is the symbol. Okay. Then times New Roman. So basically I would like to sum up. It will be, first of all, you just need to key in all your question one by one. Okay, first just key in the name, salary, like how you key in G form, you key in one by one here. And then start your happiness question. And then at the last, you should have one, you add total of happiness value. Okay, so the question, when you open the data view, it will appear above here. So you must have salary income here, and another one at the end of the happiness question number 1, question number 2 until last, you'll be having, until end of the question, last of the question, you'll be having total mark of happiness, right? Because you will sum all this mark one by one here. Okay, so you will analyze, you will click the correlate, then you will choose bivariate or partial. I think it's better to choose bivariate again, and then this thing will appear. Okay, so you can choose is two tail or one tail. You need to confirm. Like this one, it will be two tail, and I'll choose Pearson. Why I choose Pearson? Again, refer to your hypothesis. You need to confirm your correct hypothesis with your friend lah, or maybe your teacher. Because if your hypothesis is not correct, then maybe it can affect your data too. So if you confirm your hypothesis will be like how, you just simply can choose Pearson or Spearman. Okay, I recommend Pearson or Spearman because this one, let's try to avoid it, and then you will get the data like this. Just read the data, see the p-value. Where's the p-value? You need to see the p-value. Either the p-value is higher or lower. Okay, it's simple like that. If you want to know how to read this table, probably I can teach you later after you finish all the data. Then you can give it to me. Then I can help you how to read the table. Okay, and as to help you for your project report, don't forget to clearly tell you run it by using Spearman or Pearson. And then the result, don't forget to write in past tense and mention it is correlated or not correlated, what significantly. Okay, and then in literature review, again, please review past research that has same hypothesis. No matter their research will get the same or positive or negative or what you are doing, relationship and correlation. So you must expect to review the literature about correlation and relationship or something same to you. Got my point? Don't review about impact and causal effect. So probably it can affect your mark too. I don't know. This is a very important thing, because if you are doing a mistake on the literature review, then after you do the report, how you want to conclude? Because when you are doing the conclusion or evaluation, you need to relate between your report and the literature review. Let's say I say, I found out that salary and happiness is statistically correlated. So past research also found something like this. Let's say like that. It means it is really true, or you just want to say that we can generalize this to any population. You got my point? Why are you doing past research? It's just like you want to know the current research that you are doing, will get the same result like past research or not, or you want to know is either the past research, past studies will support your current research or not. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Sorry for anything. And before I finish, in your proposal, don't forget to write the scale. Means number scale 1 refer to what, number scale 2 refer to what. Okay, because what I see in your sheet that you give to me, the answer sheet, it's like you just give me like raw data, right, that you still haven't managed yet. So first of all, key in all the question, and then click the analyze, and then click correlate, and then click by rate, and then choose Pearson, Spearman or Kendall. I suggest you again Pearson or Spearman. And which one you want to choose, Pearson or Spearman? You need to know either your research is parametric or non-parametric, then you can decide is Spearman or Pearson. That's all. Thank you.